But from here, when he weaves that arm inside, I'm gonna slide down to catch on the tricep tendon here. I wanna turn and drag this way here, and this hand's gonna come right next to the lat. I'm gonna go from my elbow to my hand and start coming up to here, right? If you want a continuation from here, then there's a couple different routes that you can look to take, right? You can hook on this side and then start getting your half Nelson over here to drag to the back. That's right. And then you should achieve your back control like that, right? So it's here, this way. He starts to weave that hand inside, this hand comes out, drags, scoop this way. Hand goes across the back, and we start posting and going to that, right? Let's try this one first, and we'll look at some back attacks on the back, and I'm maintaining this grip on this far side with my hook here. I'm not retracting my foot all the way out, right? I go up to here. So now from there, once I post up to my hand, rather than just going and securing his bag, because the way he's posted and he's giving me that opening. So anytime that you see triangular openings like this, then that's usually a good sign there's going to be exposure to an arm that you're going to be able to give, because you can usually hook inside of an opening like that. So think about, it's the same idea as from like knee on belly when they're pushing on the knee. They give you that triangle there and you scoop inside. This is kind of the opposite direction, but it's the same concept. So like from here, if I shoot this way now, you see, like that. Now, you can go shin or thigh. I kind of like thigh on the back of this head here. Took the hand over for that swim move. Right. So what we're doing, we're getting here, he does that. I make the arm drag and I come up and we get to here this way, right? And again, like, you can retract all the way to your shin if you need to, but because I'm already this deep, rather than doing that, I'm just gonna be heavy with my thigh on the back of his head, right? And you can grab that leg and help him over this way, right? Does that make sense? So when you come up and you drag him, it should result in him landing like this, basically, right? But even if he lands here, I probably wouldn't recommend if he goes like full like referee position, but if he goes onto his elbows, that's a good time for that swim move. So if you watch like Ronda Rousey, that was her thing every single time. She'd get to the back and she apparently had no interest in any like back control, choking, anything like that. She just went straight for that armbar because she knew she had like a 99% chance she was gonna nail it. And this is basically the same setup that she would use, right? So let's try overhook or underhook side, right? And today we're gonna go underhook side. So we're here, I'm gonna fall this direction. Most important hook is this one. It needs to be up high and across his waist. I don't want this dangling in between his legs. I definitely don't want it low like this where he can start stepping out over it. My underhook side here, and my head is here this way. So he can't get his head to the floor because my head's in the way, right? And then I've got this kind of chest to back connection, right? So now from here, when we first start to attack, I mentioned this the other day whenever we were talking about back stuff, but I want to go up and down same time, right? So once my hands open, they go up and down same time. I get the blade of his hand near his pinky, right? Not his wrist, but his pinky, right? And I go up this way, right? So now from here, this way, I've taken one hand out of commission. The benefit of doing the attack on this side, which is not what we were doing the other day, but the benefit of this is that as he tries to pull my hand away here like this, then I'm going to put my knee on top of his elbow, and I want to open this way. So you see how I switch my hand around, and it exposes his hand here a little bit. And he helped me do it because he was pulling my arm away. Now I think about stepping over my own arm here, this way, right, to come inside. And once this is pulled away, I put my shoelaces behind his back here, and then we can go in for this one-arm choke. I can clear this hand to help come in and assist, or you can just try to choke with one arm from here. If you're gonna choke with one arm, it's not the same squeeze as you do on the rear naked choke. Because I can get here and squeeze, and here, maybe if I had bigger biceps it might work, but it's just not working. So instead I'm gonna hold his trap with this hand, and I'm gonna pull my elbow back to my lat here. So the choke is all forearm on his trachea basically, right? Again, if I don't feel like that's gonna work either, I can reach down here, I can open this, then shoot, and come in for the short choke. Because probably this one won't work. There's no space, so we just go short choke instead. Okay? So that's a path to get to a couple different types of chokes there. We got either the one arm choke or the short choke on the other side.